Dude. Привет, miatros. It's me, your host, Boberta, here once again with another episode of GamPot. On tonight's episode, Battlefield 1, the good, the and the Okie-Dokie. Now let's just get right on into it, ladies and gentlemen, and those are those who decide to be in between the good, the and the Okie-Dokie of Battlefield 1. Let's start off with the good. We like the good things first. We want the good news first. Well, the good news here is the good news. The good news is good. Alright, good news is good. You can always count on DICE, not EA, but DICE, to make a great multiplayer game. The multiplayer segment of a video game in today's standards is always the make or break cheeky breaky point in the gaming industry for a many of reasons. I only have 6 written down, so think that there's many more, because there is many more than the 6 I have written down. Let's start it off with gameplay involving mechanics. Does this guy even know what he's talking about? Gameplay involving mechanics? What the flippity flappity flapjack does that mean? I honestly don't know. But I do know. Gameplay involving mechanics, well, I want to say it's the click and the drag and the aim down sights, and it's the bippity bop of the clippity clop, But you can always count on DICE to be really on par, on point with their ADS, with their movements, and all this and that. That's all I got for that. But the map size. Boy, if you thought Bandor Desert was big for Battlefield 3 and the Armored Kill DLC drop, and if you thought that Battlefield 4 had some decent sized maps, hoot and holla and call me a biscuit, the map size of Battlefield 1 was just on a different level. You mean to tell me I was all the way over here in some random, I don't know, God knows country, in a random trench, and then somehow I'm on top of a mountain? Don't tell me now, but look behind you is a dead body. I don't know. The map size, huge. The gameplay, even huge. The map size with the map layout, don't get me started. Now, I'll admit, I bought premium for Battlefield 3 and Battlefield 4. Battlefield 1, I kind of dropped the ball on. I lost hope in it way too soon, and that was on me. That was on my fault. I'm sorry, DICE, but it just had to be at that moment. But let me tell you, the DLCs that they came out with Battlefield 1, man oh man, did I miss out on everything they were doing before Battlefield 5. Now, if I wasn't a broke college student, I'd be buying
Battlefield 1 Premium. Why? Because not only would I be able to get on a bunch more servers on Battlefield 1 right now, but I'd also be seeing all the pretty details and huge maps. Now, I won't lie, some of the maps, they were kind of barren, you know. Yeah, the Argonne Forest I really liked it, but you know, it didn't have much. It had a bunker or two, maybe a temple over there, train tracks with the derailed train. That's fine, right? Simple, nice, but complex and, I don't know, what do you call it? Horticulture? Way too many plants for my likings. And then some parts of the stuff I couldn't even climb, but I don't want to even get into that because the map was just beautiful, right? Now I might be biased because I downloaded a shader for it, but you never know. You know, the base game with the vanilla game was alright, but you know, shaders makes everything better. Just look at Minecraft. Which leads me over to textures, but I want to stick to map layout and build right now. Argonne Forest, cool. The Foul Fortress, pretty neat, I'm not gonna lie. Monte Grappa and Empire's Edge, oh man, did you hold a special place in my heart. Monte Grappa, mountainside. Listen, you're in the mountains of Italy. In the campaign, you're trying to retake it back to the land of the Italians. That's me, right? Alright? And then, you know, in the multiplayer, it's just a war zone all over. Who would have thought that a rocky mountainside would have been one of the best landscapes that you could have ever played on? You had rocks flying here, rocks flying there, a bomber flying over you, dropping the bombs on everybody. You were not safe. In Monte Grappa, you were not safe. You had nowhere to hide. You couldn't even hide behind your shadow on this map. Let me tell you. But in Empire's Edge, love it. And I'm not even getting into when the behemoth, the battleship, comes and rains holy fire on top of the cliffside. I'm talking about before the behemoth, when you're in you're in artillery guns that are on the cliffside, which is pretty freaking neat, right? But it's just a beautiful cliffside, oceanside landscape. All right, I'm talking way too much about this. Texture, texture, texture. If you can count the pixels, get rid of it. Now, I said, I downloaded a shader. I don't remember what shader I got. I could probably go and find it, but it takes way too long for me to find stuff in the computer. I'm skilled, but not that skilled, alright? I'll get them one day. The vanilla game is great and all. I know the developers go through a whole long process of developing UV meshes and textures and shaders and all this and that for the game, and they ship it out and it's like, ooh, product, right? But, you know, some people got some better skills than, you know, the game that comes out. Don't get me wrong, the game was beautiful, but shaders makes everything a little bit better. And let me tell you, with this shader, oh, God, it's like buttering a biscuit and dabbing it in gravy. But let's talk about the environmental immersion, or as I like to say, the level of destruction. You remember Beep Beep, I'm a Jeep? Baby is back, both artillery. Beep Beep, I'm a Jeep, if you are not that cultured, is from Battlefield Bad Company 2, maybe Battlefield 3, I don't know if they nerfed it back then, but Beep Beep, I'm a Jeep is when you slab your Jeep, all with C4 and explosives, and go ride and drive, and bippity bap, slippity slap, and ram it into somebody, jump out last second, and kaboom! Like that. But the holes, the craters you would leave in the ground, it's like a Moab was dropped. You ever create a rally course, race course in the freaking game just by blowing up holes in the ground? Yeah, I did. Did you? I don't know. Is it fun? Absolutely. In Battlefield 1, artillery raining down on you, craters and holes, absolutely everywhere. Bonkers. If you thought that the skyscraper in Siege of Shanghai coming down was pretty freaking dope, let me tell you, Battlefield 1 destruction is more than dope. It's heroin. In terms of game mechanics, alright, not like actual narcotics. I say double thumbs up and A plus the dice to bringing back total destruction to this game. Why? Because not only did it need it historically speaking, World War I, mind you, it needed it for gameplay reasons. Now, the gameplay amongst online players, that's always subjective. Whether you had your own private server or was an official ranked dice server, the gameplay amongst others is always going to be hit or miss. It's depending on your skill based off of everybody else. But what I do like is that it's not like Call of Duty. Call of Duty puts you in a skill-based match setup, and it puts you with random players, especially in Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2019, every single match, brand new random player. But in a server of Battlefield, you with the same people, you just got your ass scraped by Tony Spagoni 20 minutes ago when you started the round. The is the campaign. I'm not gonna lie, I love the multi-perspective approach. It brought in a different era of storytelling. Story isn't technically unilateral with the characters in this campaign, but it is with history, in the sense that the Allies win the war. This campaign offered a new experience in many reaches of the world. A brand new or different scope to the sheer vastness of World War I. The characters had great storylines, the level designs that set the stage for the initial launch of the base game multiplayer maps, gorgeous. In fact, you got to see a lot more interaction into the campaign maps than you did on the multiplayer maps, unless you were playing Operations. And if you're just playing Conquest, it's kind of shortened down. But Operations, I loved Operations. But the campaign was ruthless. The campaign was beautiful. If I were in a room filled with the campaigns and depictions of women, of Battlefield Bad Company 2, Battlefield 3, Battlefield 4, and Battlefield 1. Forget Battlefield 5 campaign. In the scenario of FMK with an added R for rebound, I would fuck Battlefield 3, I'd marry Battlefield 1, I'd kill Battlefield 4, and I would rebound with the Bad Company 2 campaign. So if my marriage of Battlefield 1 doesn't technically work out, I got Bad Company 2 to rebound with. Don't tell her, but don't worry, it's down there on the side. Now, why did I leave Battlefield 5 out? Simple, because this is not about Battlefield 5. Also, the campaign was buggy as hell as I tried to play it on my friend's Xbox, but that's another story for another time. Let's get on to the Okie-Dokie segment. The Okie-Dokie. The Okie-Dokie. The Okie-Dokie. The Okie-Dokie of Battlefield 1, well, it's the Okie-Dokie of almost any single game that's really been coming out since 2004. The Okie-Dokie is loot boxes that pay for textures, pay for skins, EA, the wallet sucker, the loot boxes that have been implemented into a majority of games ever since, say, in Battlefield sense, Battlefield 4 and Battle Packs. Or, in actuality, ever since 2004. But, it was popular, or rather, it was in the gaming industry since 2004 until 2010, when the module became popular by Japanese gacha mobile games. Well, the idea is genius in practical implementation. I feel as it immerses the player to a monetary moral decision. Do I spend/waste the money for skin, or am I better off without it? Don't get me wrong, recurring/residual income is lovely, and it may, hold on. Recurring and residual income is absolutely lovely, but could you offer a little bit more for a little bit less? In Battlefield 1, you were shelling out upwards from 300 to 400 credits in war bonds for a single skin on a gun. Don't get me started on the stupid loot boxes in Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2019, because I'll get to that in another video. Don't worry, I'll get there. In my honest opinion, loot boxes are most definitely an annoying staple of the current gaming age. Okay, listen. You worked your butts off. I get it. I understand. DICE, you created a AAA title game. Once again, you did it. Boy, bada bing, bada boom, you're in the chat. EA's not really technically telling me how much y'all made off that game, but I know you guys, $60 for a baseline game when, you expect to sell millions of copies on launch. I think you made a pretty penny here and there, eh? But you want me to spend my hard-earned money on a little skin for a single gun? Hans, get the Luger, huh? Get the Luger, but forget the skin. I'm not paying upwards to 300 credits and war bonds for a skin for the Luger, right? It's probably not in that game. It's probably in Battlefield 5, but, whatever. It was something that looked like it, okay? In either case, I'm not paying for a skin for a gun or a tank. When in Battlefield 4, you technically gave it to me in the battle packs that I unlocked while I ranked up. I swear, every single time I ranked up in Battlefield 4, you get a gold battle pack that came with 5 items inside. Oh, but the revisions of Battlefield 1, you open up the crate, you get one lousy chance at a skin for a gun or a vehicle or a weapon piece or a baton. What the heck am I gonna do with a flimsy baton? I'd rather go get a glizzy and whack you over the face with it. What you want? Now you got a face full of glizzy instead of face full of baton. Patu baton, buddy. Louis Vuitton. But loot boxes, loot boxes, loot boxes. I see it everywhere. Why? Why? Money, 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 money. Or as Mr. Krabs would like to say, money, 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 money. I get it. I like money too. And if I could get loot boxes, I would. But in honest opinion, I would make a fair loot box. Like the Battlefield 4 battle packs again. But in honest opinion, I would go a little bit more. If I had to sell a loot box, I would go for cheaper. And I would give you 1 to 2 to 3 more items. In Battlefield 1, I would give you about like 3 skins. Okay, that's fair. Considering that the game's been out for about 4 years and you still only get 1 skin per chance. But that's the Okie-Dokie part, okay? That's the only shtickler I really have with this. Battlefield 1, in conclusion, beautiful game, lovely game, plays amazing. Even on my computer. My computer is almost 6 years old by now. Still running the original parts I put in there. Still boosting out like it's no tomorrow. Beautiful game, beautiful execution, terrible loot boxes. Battlefield 1 is and will always be the good, the and the Okie-Dokie. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for coming back to episode 3 of GamPot. I hope you liked it. I liked it. I really had fun making this one. I feel like the 3rd time is the best time. 3rd time is always a challenge, especially for me, 3 is my lucky number. It's just ingrained in my life. Like, comment, subscribe, follow, turn the notifications on for more. Stay tuned for more montages to come soon to the channel. Decent to above par gameplay. Check out the podcast episode 2 coming to the channel in the next coming days. And don't worry, a Blender modeling montage to come soon as well. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm your host, Boberta, a Roll King Industry, and I want you to have a wonderful night. Boom. Just kidding, I'm still here. What are you doing here? Get out of here. Go to bed. It's a school night, for Pete's sake. Alright, that's it. Good night. I love you. Maybe. I don't. Talk to your mother. Tell her you love her. Goodbye. Go to sleep now. Go. Go, 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 go. Get out of my sight. Hey, Martini, how about some wine? You didn't hear that. Leave the gun, take the cannons. Get out of here. Scram, kid. All this for a slice of gabagool. Alright, that's it. Good night. Goodbye. That's it. That's done. Final. Kaput. Capiche? Capiche. Cannoli.
I just do it.